Lion Nation, a pleasant hello to you out there. We are here with another episode of Coach's Corner. My guest, of course, Lions head football coach Victor Santa Cruz. And Coach Santa Cruz, I thought the team's last performance against Santa Margarita is the blueprint, or was a blueprint for you moving forward. Key contributions in all three phases. Offensively, you guys 5 out of 8 on third down, which I know is a big indicator of some good things happening there. You guys average 5 yards per carry on the ground, which is obviously another positive step there. Special teams, another big return. George Perez with a 65-yarder. That's the 7th kickoff return this year of 40 yards or more. And we got to shout out Carter Meza with a big field goal. 42-yarder that ended up being the eventual game-winning points there. Obviously, defense, too, with some key stops there for losses and a big 2-point conversion stop. Bundle all that together, it came out to a 35-33 victory over Santa Margarita. That's the blueprint that you want to see moving forward.
Yeah, with the blueprint, exactly. You talked about all three phases, and then all three phases coming together. And this week, what we've been talking about is if you're putting together a puzzle, all these individual pieces have their uniqueness to about them, their color patterns, whatever it may be. But it's not until you bring them all together do you get that complete picture of what is the beauty of that puzzle. And so all three phases, being able to work hard, stay focused, stay in the game. Never once did momentum kind of sway in their hearts into the negative. It was always a forward-thinking mindset. And so that to me, it was just the most proudest thing as a coach for our coaching staff to see our guys just step into the plate and just keep going with it. Obviously, the Carter Meza field goal was just amazing to get get us to where those 3 points changed it to as a two-score game. And then having George Perez back, being a senior, being healthy, coming off of the injury he had last year, to see him be able to have a breakout game like he did was extraordinary. But I thought our play from Ryan Hopkins was really good to see him. We throw the interception early, and then he was able just to keep playing. That's a sign of a guy really growing up, and that's the part I really enjoy about Ryan, from who he was a year ago to who he is now. He's just this mature young man that he's a competitor, and he keeps getting after it.
Now, you talked about those puzzle pieces and the conditions in which those puzzle pieces put together on the road in a hostile environment. Yes. And I wanted to ask you about that. Obviously, we're getting to that point in the season where a lot of games that are being played, obviously very big games with a lot of stakes in them. To have that performance on the road in a hostile environment, what does that say about where this team is now and where they could be as we kind of look ahead to what's to come?
You're peaking at the right time. And you want it by this time of year, late October going into November, you want to be playing your best football. And our best football is really starting to come alive. You see what's going on, how the timing of the offense, the physicality of the offensive line. You talk about the run where it was, and even then you step into the film room, you evaluate all the different positions. You're like, oh man, this guy could still do this. He could still do this. And I thought this whole week of practice leading up to tomorrow's football game was a chance for our guys. They saw what can be, and they just keep growing into it.
Now, hostile environments, you face another one on Friday night. It comes in the form of the St. John Bosco Braves, 7 p.m. kickoff at Panish Family Stadium at St. John Bosco High School in Bellflower. Obviously, a lot of accolades that come with the Braves. 8-1, ranked in the top 10 by Max Preps in the United States. Number 2 in California. We can go on and on and on. The one in their loss column did come last week, and it was a big one against Mater Dei, 59-14, in a clash of the top 2 teams that a lot of people say in the United States. Just take us through what you see about St. John Bosco, and how will the Lions try to attack the Braves this week?
Yeah, well, they've got great history. They've done an amazing job at this point of creating a program that was able to overtake Mater Dei, and then you saw those two historically be battling it out. So I like it a lot about how we're growing and how we're stepping into this brand new reality for ourselves, not looking backwards, but really having this bright vision of going forward, of us striving to become that top team in the nation, that top team in California State. And so this is one of those great games. Why you play the game of football, why you enjoy the game of football, is you're going to be in a great venue, playing against a top-ranked team who's got great talent, and our guys are hungry for it. We're excited, but ultimately, I think it's why these games are even that much more meaningful in this Trinity League. because you see the parity in the league that it is, and every single time you line up in a Trinity League game, you've got great football at hand, and you've got two teams that are just ready to go and slug it out. That's where I think in my 29 years of coaching, I'm really just enjoying this because, man, every week there's just a lot on the table to go for it and to compete for.
29 years of coaching, you barely look like you're 29 years old. Now, my final question for you, obviously you want the scoreboard on Friday night to represent a Lions victory, and I know that's focus number one. But obviously, as you look ahead, you have the postseason kind of looming on the horizon. What are some of the indicators from your vantage point that will let you know, additionally, that this team is ready to compete at that postseason level?
Well, you're looking for them to take last week's victory and take the big step forward, and those little things that we talked in the film room with them all week long. And it's a constant growth. It's like being a human being. You're either growing, getting better, or you're getting worse. And so as a football team, you want that spirit or that perspective. Hey, we're going. We're hungry to keep growing, and that's what I'm excited about. So at this game, I'm excited about our guys ready to go. But ultimately, I'm looking for them to say, hey, did you take care of those details that we talked about? Did you play with that enthusiasm and that passion that we know we have, that fire, how we love to approach the game? That's what makes it a great game going forward. And obviously, our focus is to come out successful. But you are working backwards. It's taking care of those things, those building blocks that help you become successful. And that's where I'm trying to evaluate this team. Is are we taking care of those things, or are we letting the emotion get the best of us? Because you can't. A football game is emotional, but emotion doesn't win the football games.
Well, we look forward to seeing a lot of emotion, a lot of good football. Again, Friday night, 7 p.m., Panish Family Stadium, St. John Bosco High School. The site, the Lions, the Braves, 6-3, JSerra, 8-1, St. John Bosco. Great way to close out the regular season. Coach Santa Cruz, we look forward to seeing you out there.